Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Sunless Skies. I forgot I logged out in just the arse end of nowhere in the Traitor's Wood. But today, I think, after we've gone back to New Winchester to refuel and things, we are going to try our luck at going to the Blue Kingdom against all of my trepidation of the place. I do not like the Blue Kingdom at all. Wait, can I buy fuel here? That might be a good idea. Instead of trying to make it all the way back. Can we buy fuel? No, we can't buy verdant seeds. And supplies. Oh, wonderful. I guess we'll be trying to do this the old-fashioned way. How far do we have to go on 1.5 tanks of fuel? Wow, we can make it to Port Haven. We can make it to Port Haven. So let's try. Well, the worst case scenario, we just run out of fuel and die a horrible, slow and painful death. I'm sure it'll be fine. If I suddenly disappear halfway through this video, not that you guys will know because I'll edit it out, but if there's a cut or something, it's because my phone went. I'm waiting for a phone call off of work to let me know when I'm actually supposed to go back. It's going to be, and I quote, sometime this week. It's like, oh, that's good. Oh, dear. Oh, I crashed into him. Yeah, it's fine. Evasive maneuvers. Yeah, we're fine. I don't want to kill it, but we don't really have the fuel. I was like, thanks for the narrowing down when I'm actually supposed to expect a phone call, because, you know, it's not like I'm doing anything. But yeah, I doubt it'll happen this early in the week. It's probably going to be, like, Friday or something. But, yeah, you guys won't notice. It'll be edited out. It's fine. I'm just going through the motions of the things that I'm worried about in my life right now. That's one of them. Missing a phone call. How exciting. So how is everybody? I think the whole pandemic thing seems to be dying. I would say it's dying down. It's not really dying down. It's still there. It's still killing people. It's just that everything's opening up. At least in the United Kingdom. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world. I've made a conscious effort to avoid the news. Since I've been put on furlough, pretty much. I just kind of decided I was sick of watching the exact same thing over and over and over and over again on the news. I know they've just added a law that says you're supposed to wear a mask inside of shops inside of the United Kingdom. I was like, I thought people were doing that anyway. And now there are protests. There's a big group of people in one of the parks in London, and they're all protesting about having to wear masks, and they're all not wearing masks and all being really close to each other. I was like, you do not get the point, do you? It'll pass? Yeah. But yes, the humans are very strange creatures, aren't they? They just seem to not even remotely understand the most basics of survival sometimes. I think to get into the Blue Kingdom we need jumble of undistinguished souls. I've written down in my book here somewhere. At least that's what I have written down. Whether that's correct or not, I haven't been to the Blue Kingdom in a long time. And how to get back from there, I've got no idea. But let's buy some fuel first. So I think I have some in the bank. I could be wrong, but I think I do. And the long way around, apparently. Long way around. I'm genuinely terrified of going to the Blue Kingdom for obvious reasons. That place is bloody terrifying. Every time I go there, I almost die. Almost without fail. So there's going to be an awful lot of me trying to avoid fights, but those logos are nasty from what I remember. Oh, and just straight up an otherworldly artifact. That's really good. You can use that for something. I need to get back onto Fallen London. I haven't played Fallen London for like a week. All of a sudden, I just haven't thought about it. I suddenly thought about it. When I'm not doing the exceptional stories, it tends to just kind of fall away from my brain. I know the elections are going. Are they finished now? I know I started the election campaign and stuff, and then I don't think I actually carried on. Who is everyone voting for? Or who's won? God damn it, I need to go have a look at some point. I know the one that I kind of backed, because I'm not going to vote for a rubbery man. God damn it. It's a Christian country. No, there was the rubbery man. The scientist lady whose name, she makes all the bloody tinctures. Gerbermans, is it? Something like that? She was there. She was like kind of interesting to me. And then there was like the queen of something who was a cat. And I was like, kind of want to vote for the cat. I'm not gonna lie. After I finish recording this, I might actually have a look. I mean, a new exceptional story should be coming out soon, I think. I'm assuming there isn't one already out. I'm just gonna have to, like, hold this right here. I'm just gonna have a quick scope. I have it on my phone right here. Shortcut, yes. Let's click it. Yes. Oh no, the election's still going. Not like there's a new exceptional story yet. Oh wait, the victor is announced. The competing candidates are gathered on a shaky platform erected over Hastings Square. All the roofs of the surrounding buildings are occupied by cats, hundreds and thousands of them, seated and watching with fixed attention. My dear people of London, Virginia is inclined to make the most of her last speech as Lord Mayor. I am very sorry to leave you behind, but I look back with satisfaction on the past year. Consider our success, gaining permission for a new rail line in the direction of hell. Result! Result! Cries an old lady from the crowd. Yes, tell us who won, from a labourer rather incongruously wearing a lab coat over his overalls. Virginia has enough sense of the crowd, and she sets aside the other 5 pages of prepared remarks. Londoners, in your unique and incomprehensible genius, you have elected the Viscountess of Verrick Jungle as your next Lord Mayor. Oh, there you go. That's who won. The Countess. The cat lady. I'll have to have a look at that. Well, I have finished in Sunless Skies. I've got a little bit of a mix there. Get a little bit of Fallen London reading in there for you as well. There we go. Close the page. Right. So, if we go into the bank, I'm going to drop off those. Drop off the bronze wood. We're going to pick up Jumble of Indistinguished Souls. We're going to pick up more life. I don't want to be caught short. Just even it out. Okay, here we go. Once more into the breach. We have to go all the way through here to thread the needle. I should repair the ship. Hang on, hang on. Boop, 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 boop. I got distracted by Fallen London stuff. I wasn't thinking straight. There we go. Right, repair your locomotive, fully repair your hull. It's going to cost us 48 sovereigns. My freaking god. I still have an empty slot on my ship that I really should fill. One of these days I should look at the optimal build for the ship I'm flying, or train I'm flying. At some point somebody left me a comment saying exactly what I should do, but I've kind of forgotten it at this point. It's been like months. Potentially years at this point. I did look at my Steam stats before logging into them, because they're just there. And I'll play this game for 110 hours. You'd have thought that I'd be a master of my craft and have fully investigated every facet of this game at this point, but no. That's not how I roll. I'm here for the story. Which is one of the main redeeming features of this game. The reason I keep coming back is because there's always something new. Always something different. That's what I like about it. I have been toying with the idea of starting a new series on the channel. I know I talk about this quite a lot in Sunless Skies, because we have a lot of dead air and I gotta try and fill it. And maybe I'll do it after I've gone to the Blue Kingdom. Maybe I'll talk about it because I can edit out the loading screen. If I talk through the loading screen, I can't edit it out. Not that that's really a problem. Oh, I don't have a permit. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to submit for the paperwork for the travel permit. The official considers you from behind his desk at the relay gate. A thoughtful nod. We must be cautious for the Empire's safety. He appraises you. We need to be certain you're the right sort of captain. He picks up the coin purse you've placed on the counter and considers its heft. Clearly, you are. He bears a tobacco-tinted smile as he prepares your permit. The paper is white as lamb's wool and thick enough to make an undignified, wobbling noise when he hands it over. So you know you got some decent paperage right there. Right, it is Jumble. Undistinguished souls. The fact we brought them with us, let's go. The official makes plain he won't let any wrong-uns through. It's more than his job is worth. Convincing him of your noble character will be expensive. Or we can use another worldly artifact. We have 16? Let's just go with the jumbles of souls. Of course, someone of your character, the official is already paying more attention to the soul bottles than yourself, can go right ahead. The hour looms creak into motion. The official consults a clock. You've 30 seconds to get on board. 29 now. The official will be using these poor quality hours that wouldn't be missed in an inspection. Your journey is likely to be wearing. The machinery grinds and stirs, steam vents, the sigils of edifice burn with sullen fire. A force, like a great hand, seizes your engine. The journey is disturbed. As you traverse the relay passage, some celestial beast thunders amidst the roots of the sky. Its lamentable bellows shake the heavens. 15 terror! My god, I probably shouldn't have done that. Should have just given him a blooming artifact. And here we are. I don't remember where anything is, but I think we need to go to the Forge of Souls, so over here. But we'll go to Sky Barnet first? I think I just shot out the thing. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was thinking about doing a series on that game called Vampire or Vampire. The one that's set in Victorian England and you play as a doctor who has become a vampire and thus investigate and evolve as such a beast. I don't know if it would be interesting for you guys. I will probably play it myself anyway. But if it is interesting to anyone, I will probably record it. Even though I don't think my poor old voice would actually, you know, hold out. So what do we have here? The Attache's Search for the Lost Love. The supercilious attaché is a very busy man, apparently. But when you mention the bleak industrialist's name, his secretary suddenly waves you through. We've had this quest for bloody ages. You find the attaché hunched at his desk, halfway through a mackerel sandwich. The bureaucracy here is utterly intractable, he moans. I tried all the official channels. Honestly, I filled forms until my hands bled. But they won't even tell me where she is. It's no use anyway. The dead can't go back. Let's ask where we could start looking. We'll have to track her down the old-fashioned way. A spirit is sent first to the White Well for judgment at the stone-faced court, explains the attaché. If they are officially declared dead, they move on to death's door. From there, well, nobody knows. I have something that may help your search, if you insist on persisting. He retrieves a wax tablet from his drawer and pushes it across the desk. It declares the bearer is officially dead. Everything here runs on spit and paperwork, you see. I went to a lot of trouble to get hold of this, so tell the industrialist that my debt is paid. A testament of salt. Interesting. I've also noticed that they're missing the bloody speech marks on the end of this, I think. I assume so. Kind of confused me as I got to the end and I was like, hang on a minute, they haven't closed it off. I really shouldn't notice things like that. Especially with my awful reading skills. So that kind of... Is that updated our journal? I don't know what mission that is. Gotta be one of these, right? Oh, we also have the 13 pharmacists. I want to go to the White Well. But the other one wants us to go to the White Well. We could just go to the White Well. Where is the White Well? Can I say White Well one more time? Yeah, let's get that in there. The White Well. Well, there's Death's Door, but where the hell's the White Well? Huh. Is there a place here that I haven't found? Okay, intriguing. Intriguing. Do we explore Sky Barnet? The entry hall runs through the toll tower, through the gates that are never closed. The hall is full of passing spirits, few of them human. A masked warhorse, a masked dolphin, swimming easily in the ghost of an ocean. A creature with 10-foot wings, which would certainly be more frightening if it showed its true face. No one speaks. There are no footfalls, only a faint susurration like the drift of leaves. Get our bearings. There are stairs up and down, and less ordinary means of entry. A masked orangutan just descended a pole to the floor below. Alongside the grand entrance is the marketplace of litigators, for all who need companionship and guidance in their encounter with the Blue Kingdom. Downstairs, prominent devils live, and in upper floor of the toll tower is the Embassy of Albion. Okay. We should probably go to the marketplace of litigators, because I think we need a litigator to actually survive here. Litigators and resident devils have set up their stalls among the crowd heading into the Blue Kingdom. Don't go alone. Hire a psychopomp, advises a banner in indigo lettering. A masked woman is negotiating at the first booth, offering 2 silver coins and a lock of hair. Well, bugger. I mean, I guess we'll hire a nameless spirit with vision of the heavens. That's all I can afford. The nameless spirit's voice creaks out of its jar. Thank you, it says. I've always been an explorer. It is a deep voice, deeper than one should be to fit into a container sized for pickles. As if to acknowledge the incongruity, the nameless spirit winks at you, but you have the sense it is also searching for something in your face, and it is not sure whether it has found the something. Will help me for a month. Well, we have a year's worth of funds, I suppose. They do sell stuff here. Like, they sell a tier 1 engine, which is, not great. And the $6,000 tier 4 engine that requires 12 crew. My god. My god, indeed. I don't think we can actually use it, can we? Oh no, it requires crew at 12. Yeah, that's the limitation. What is that? On in a saying and 16 armor just from a freaking... Oh my god. I don't think we can use any of these, can we? An adjustable infirmary. Interior support pillars. Goes in that slot. What empty slot do we actually have? We have a bridge slot that's just empty. I don't think there's actually anything I can put in it. It's obviously not going to be a gun, is it? We can't use a gun. We can get the Gleaming Galley. Plus 8 quarters. Let's do it just to fill that bloody slot. I think that's like the highest quality thing we have on the ship. Oh my god, we can have 22 people. Sweet Jesus. We take on crew. How expensive are they here? Some of them will be shades of the dead. Let's see. A line of new crewmates files past you. Oh my god, I've lost the ability to read, I apologise. Let's start that again. A line of new crewmates files past you. Once aboard, they quickly separate into their respective groups. The living with the living, the dead with the dead. The silent dead work tirelessly and with fascinated concentration. The living struggle to keep up. It is eerie, passing porcelain-masked crew in the corridors, having them join you at dinner in the galley, delicately tipping their masks an inch forwards so the food can reach their mouths. Why do I feel having shades of the dead could be a issue? But I have wasted plenty of time here. Well, we haven't wasted, I'm rediscovering the Blue Kingdom. Ooh. Let's see if we can get to the Forge of Souls, and... oh god, I'm not looking forward to this. If we come across one of the logos, we're going to be in so much goddamn trouble. They literally hit like trucks. Have a quick drink here. I do like the Blue Kingdom. Like, the actual architecture and stuff of the Blue Kingdom is fantastic. You can tell this is like the pinnacle of game design when it came to Sunless Skies. Like, this is the pedestal that was held up for the improvement of all the other ones. Well, I suppose that was Eleutheria, but you get my point. Okay, it's usually here where I get attacked. I don't remember who kills what for why. If you're part of certain groups, like being part of certain groups is very helpful because... shit. Oh, sweet flippin' Jesus. Uh-oh. This isn't good. This is really bad. Excuse me. It goes so quickly. Ow. Have a missile, you bastard. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, this is not going well. Problem is, I'm trying to fight backwards. Oh, God. All the controls are inversed. Eat this. Luckily, they're a really big bloody target. Means hitting them with missile fire is significantly easier. Eat this. I missed. Oh my god, how much health does this thing have? I remember fighting these things for ages. Nice. Ow. I think we've almost won. I think they've actually reduced the amount of damage these things do. Either that or my ship is considerably more resilient than it was last time I fought these guys. Okay, other than my ridiculously bad dodging on that one, that was actually considerably easier than I remember fighting them. A wheel of living flame. A commandment to the westernmost king's highest law. An utterance of fire and glory. This logos was of the order of perfection, appointed to extinguish errors of vitality, and antedeceased are their prey. It is not dead, only diminished. It will rekindle in time, at which point it would be advisable to be far away. Let's celebrate our victory. You have triumphed over a prince of heaven. They are very good at reducing terror, if I remember correctly. That's one of the primary reasons you fight them, is to reduce your terror. They're not actually that great to kill because they take so long. A stoker brings out his fiddle, a signaller her flute. The galley is raided, the bridge becomes an East End pub for an evening, and several of your crew get blind drunk. The laughter is queasy with the dissipation of terror. We won. We took a bit of damage, but not half as much as I was expecting. I am considerably more confident now. I had to face my demons straight on. It's the worst that could happen, eh? I haven't heard the music here in the Blue Kingdom for a long time as well, and I'm kind of happy. Quite nice to hear some different music. There we go, a hush falls over the engine. You approach a great library of the Blue Kingdom. Also known as the Forge of Souls. Let's hope our dearie old clay conductor has something here. A colossal, many-towered citadel contains the Lyceum, an ancient library, and rumoured to hold the fabled Forge of Souls within its depths. A sombre citadel of many towers broods behind high bronze walls. A cloud of dust hangs over the towers, occasional slivers of gemstone in the cloud sparkle as they catch the light. This is the Lyceum, a library of legend and guarded fortress of knowledge. It is forbidden to all but a select few. Oh no, I think we do actually have to fix the forge. Look for the Forge of Souls. You'll need to find it if you're to make a companion for the clay conductor. Towers upon towers and dust upon dust. The citadel here seems entirely deserted. The clay conductor moans with frustration. Why is nothing in my life easy? Perhaps there is someone beyond the gate who can help. And observe the Blemigan. It has followed you from the engine. Its tendrils probe the ground. What is it doing? The Blemigan flattens itself onto the floor and lies still for several moments. Abruptly, it stands and makes its way over to your feet. It taps a tendril on the ground meaningfully. You have brought it to the correct place, but it requires more. The Forge of Souls needs to be operational. Okay. We definitely have to fix the forge then. I'm gonna have to try and remember how you do this. A few lonely spirits mill about in the courtyard, unable to pass the gates. Perhaps you'll fare differently. The gates are high as tall cedars, masked faces carved into the bronze. Gaze down upon the courtyard impassively. Beyond the gate, the towers of the Lyceum rise higher still, forlorn and foreboding. For want of a knocker, you pound your fist against the bronze. A few spirits turn their heads in wonder, but nothing happens. Then, slowly, a thin grate shrieks open in the lower part of the left gate. A skeletal face peers out. You are neither yoked nor ephemera. The Lyceum is not for you. The gate shrieks closed. Okay, I remember this. We need to declare ourselves as one of the above. Don't remember how you do it. That's going to be fun. First thing I'm going to do is write down the one that I need, or either of the ones, because you know how I operate now. I write everything down again. We're back on this thing, and it allows me to actually progress rather than this. So we need to the clay conductor. Let me just write here: make forge operational. And then I will put here that we need to become yoked. Or not a word I know how to spell. Ephemera. If I remember correctly, one of those is like you're declared living and an enforcer, and the other one is you're just declared living. Or one of them is you're declared dead. I don't think yoked or ephemera was one of the dead ones. And if I remember correctly, the place where you have to go. Ooh, selection of immaculate souls. What is that? What the hell is petrichor? Do we need that to feed to the... Undead crew members, maybe? Very expensive. We need to go to the stone-faced place over here. The stone-faced place. The stone-faced court would have been a much nicer way of putting it. Shall we see if we can make it from here to here before the end of the episode? Let's... Why not? Why ever not? I'm in an adventurous mood. Admittedly, I am recording this at 12:15 on the day that it's supposed to come out at 2 o'clock, and I still have to edit it. Whoops. See, I would have recorded yesterday, but I was under the impression that I was going to get a phone call yesterday. So the time where I'd normally record, I was like, I better not record just in case I get the phone call. And then I realised that it was going to be all week, not just the day that they said the date, the week commencing with the date, and I misread that as the date. So now I've just gone back to normal now. I'm kind of a day behind on the whole recording thing, but it's okay. It's okay. I am tempted to do another Lovecraftian reading this Thursday. No promises, because they take... I rushed one. The first one I did, I rushed. And it didn't come out to my expectations or, like, standards. Although people were very nice and told me they liked it, it's not as good as I want it to be. I want it to be better. And I'm a very harsh critic of my own work. I don't know if anyone's noticed that. In fact, most of you are going, if you're so critic, why is it so crap? Oh, bugger. Float, float, it's gone float, it's gone float. Wrong way. Oh, God. Ow. 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 What's this? An enclave of the dead? These shades, some once human, some not, all masked and quiet, are performing the observances they hope will secure their passage through death's door. They pray around a pattern of stones, arrayed in complex circles. Occasionally, one of them stands and moves a stone, provoking a fierce but silent and gesticular argument. When you approach, they stop. The laws of guess right require that they offer you respite. I don't think we should do this. But why not? Let's enjoy their hospitality with the crew. You tarry a while, waited on by the slow, courteous spirits of the dead. Their food is petrichor, the sweet spun sugar confectionery eaten in the kingdom. The ruins are still and restful. You doze a while and wake, the porcelain masks watching over you. Got a horrible feeling that's not as nice as they want me to think it is. What is up here? Whoa, this is cool. How have I never seen this? Is this the what? Is this the what? Well, no, what is that? The Wellmouth? Oh my God, that's so cool. Holy sh... That is like really, really good artwork. It looks vast. Let's have a look at the Wellmouth. A smattering of dark cottages at the White Well's edge. The White Well. It is surrounded by endless rows of tumbled and broken statues, mere specks against the snow. Wellmouth, howling winds erupt from the frozen abyss, rattling roofs and chasing snow over mist-shrouded streets. Oh dear God. This episode's going to go on just a little bit longer than it normally does, because I kind of want to go through this. Okay, most of the silhouettes in the snow are statues, cracked and mutilated by age. A few are not statues, but gaunt women in mourning veils, who skitter suddenly into motion as you come near, and fall into silent line behind you. At the centre of the village is a squat black cottage. Its walls throb. Well, let's deposit the psalmists. The twice scorned priest and his flock have travelled a long, long way from New Winchester. Your crew can't wait to be rid of them. The psalmists emerge from your train, pulling coats tight against the wind. They form a bleak, snow-battered huddle. A few hurry to fetch the wood and tools they brought. Soon they've laid the foundations for a church. "We can manage our own affairs for a while," the twice-scorned priest tells you. His nose and ears are already bitter red from the cold. "Take these maps, we don't need them anymore. The church should be finished in 2 weeks. Visit us then." Whoa, 2 unlicensed charts? Blimey. As you leave, you notice the line of widows assembled in the distance, watching wordlessly. Let's speak to those widows. Oh, I didn't actually read that bit. These cadaverous figures are known as the widows at the well. Their role is to inter the failed dead. What are the failed dead? You've attracted a half-circle of veiled observers by now. They respond to your questions with whispers and hiss among themselves. "You're in the wrong place," says one of them finally, stepping a little too close. She points to where the lights of Erd twinkle on the other side of the well. "The stone-faced court is there." "Grandmother will know you're here by now," says another of the widows. "If you intend to stay, you must meet with her. Else fly away at once." So they're pointing me from the well to the court, which makes sense. Let's watch the widows inter one of the failed dead. A steady supply of immortals and quasi-immortals trickles from the stone-faced court. One is being dragged toward the edge now. The failed dead is a cadaverous figure in a 3-piece suit, his skin tattooed with phrases in Sanskrit. The widows are dragging him to the edge of the well atop a rickety cart. Though shackled in heavy iron, he thrashes and writhes like a snake on hot coals. "I can give you power!" he shouts, voice carrying even above the wind. The widow's wagon nears the edge. "Wealth, secrets, feasts, favours! I have lived 1,000 years, I am owed debts by gods! What do you want?" The widows titter beneath their veils and tip him unceremoniously into the abyss. Wow. So let's seek out the matronly Relict's approval. She squats in a black cottage of the village's heart. Its walls bulge and pulsate oddly. The Relict is an old woman of colossal stature, as tall and broad as a wagon, her face such a mass of wrinkles that her features are almost entirely lost. She shuffles aside and gestures silently to an armchair beside a roaring fire. You ignore the incessant skitter-scratching coming from inside the walls, and you enter her parlour. The Relict collapses into an armchair opposite you, taking up her needles. They clitter and clack, knitting together black threads that outstretch from the walls and ceiling and floor. One of the widows pours you a warm-ish tea, then kneels at the Relict's side with her head bowed. Certain actions in the Wellmouth are only available to characters with the anti-deceased status. Let me just write that down. So, for the white well, we need anti-deceased. For some action. I'm guessing she's going to deny it because we're not. Oh, we're invisible at the moment. We have no affiliations. The Relict pauses her knitting for a moment. Her eyes and needles glint in the firelight. "You are invisible," mutters the kneeling widow. You are not permitted here, you are not permitted anywhere. What status would she find acceptable? The widow averts her gaze from yours, but she answers your question. Grandmother prefers the living to the dead. She will extend guest rights to the anti-deceased. Okay, so anti-deceased is alive. I thought that was dead. Oh, okay, so we can't actually do anything here. Wait, they built that church quick, didn't they? The church stands dark and foreboding at the edge of the well. Oh no, they're busy raising the church. The priest receives you in his half-built church. His congregation are hammering and sawing, but not him. He cannot work. As a show of devotion, he has been clutching a knife in one hand for decades. His fingers have withered lifelessly around the hilt. We left Old Tom's Well because we disagreed on the interpretation of one line of the psalm, he tells you. A schism, I suppose, but only because those fools were too stubborn to concede their point. Yet in the end, New Winchester wasn't right for us either. He glances out over the white well and scowls. This place suits our temperament. Okay. Well, I thought I was going to go to the Stone-Faced Court, but I think I will end it here, otherwise the episode will go on for an hour. So, thank you very much for watching. It's very exciting for me to be back here, even though I had some trepidation about coming back to the Blue Kingdom. Finding the Wellmouth and some new things has revitalized my interest significantly. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Any advice is on yoked ephemera or any of that sort of stuff. I've forgotten it all. Feel free to say it again. It will be greatly appreciated. Please like, subscribe. I've said that about 5 times now. I've destroyed my whole outro. It's fine. Either way. I'll see you next time.